What kind of challenges did Manu face during her journey to the Olympics?
Oh, lot of challenges, you can't even imagine. It's a long journey, and with every bit of. But these challenges always make you more stronger. They make you overcome hurdles, and you become further stronger. So I think every challenge came, and we kept on passing them and fighting with them, and then this is the result today. Otherwise, somebody who never faced problem will never go out in the world and fight battles. So battle are fought by the people, those who live their life in challenges and miseries and pain.
What kind of guidance did you give her to deal with some of those obstacles that she faced?
It's not about guiding a person. You just have to make that person realize that, you can do it and it's within you.
Yeah.
And it's not only for sports, it's for any field. If you can make a child understand that child can jump a 10 feet pit, he might fall, but sooner or later, the only person will cross it, the person who will jump.
Yeah.
So it's all about believing, it's all about making them trust themselves and believe somebody up there that God is with you.
Were there any unique strategies or techniques you focused on for the Olympic competition this year?
See, my way of training is a little different, and with me, always when I used to shoot, there was no compromise on discipline and honesty. And I really hate people, those who lie, and that's why I make a lot of enemies. So, you be honest. You might do biggest of mistake, but have guts to say it rather than trying to hide it. So that is the one thing which, and see, if you're honest, thing keeps moving in your direction. It might take time, but they move in your direction. So Manu is one of the most honest athlete. She don't cheat. She don't cheat with anything. So that's the most powerful and unique things she has in her.
Shooting requires immense mental focus. Being a shooter yourself, how do you develop and maintain mental strength, especially during high pressure competitions?
So there are two ways of training, two way of doing things. Either you make your training as close to the competition environment, pressure wise and everything, or you start doing your matches as easy as your training. The second part doesn't happen. So if you did not study, you can't go to exam and think that you will do well. That's the most stupid thing one can do. So we make training as close to competition. We put pressure. We put a lot of mental, physical pressure on a player that they sooner or later they overcome that pressure. And honestly, pressure is nothing but information which tells you that this thing is important. So if you can use that strength, you are already halfway through. And if you take pressure as anxiety or something, something is wrong, then you're finished.
Lastly, what advice would you give to young aspiring shooters?
See, my advice it's not for the shooters. It's basically, see, obviously you have to be honest. You have to be disciplined. You have to be dedicated and determined to do something. It's not that, your parents wants or your teacher wants it, then you will do it. No. Nowhere you can succeed, because if it's not within you, it will not come out. The result will not come out. You will pass, you will get good marks, but if you're talking about Olympic, it's like 99.9%. So in any field, 99.9%, you have to live that thing. So there's no choice. There's no shortcut for kids. But my advice is always for the coaches and the managers and so-called people, those who think they can guide or teach kids is that do not try to make them what you are. As a coach, as a mentor, as a manager, you have to get into their technique, get into their lifestyle, get into their character, and then work with them, with their technique, with their attitude. So whenever you do that, the best of that person will come out. And coaches are someone like you have to teach 20 kids. So 20 cannot be, maybe one can follow your routine, maybe your body structure are same, your thinking is same, your attitude is same, but 20 kids will not have the same. So the easiest way for a teacher to get into the character of a person and then take out that best out of that person. So that's the only advice. And yes, for parents, it's good to support your kids. It's good to be around your kids, but don't teach things which you don't know. A lot of parents become coaches. That's the worst thing one can have, because two best coaches in the world can spoil any good player, but one dedicated average coach can fine-tune one player.
Yeah, I think it's all about kind of not generalizing, but just putting effort into each student and kind of making them flourish in their own way. Thank you so much for taking out time.